Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First down, Murray. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete
To number 5.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? Five defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Bengals' 31-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going. A touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
You're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Now Mayfield lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 12.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
From the 27th, Mayfield. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 16 yards.
16 yards, a first down. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he finds Penny. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Complete.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. There's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
3rd down.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
3-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On 2nd and a yard. Murray escaping the pressure right. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Able to find Isabella. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 33 yards that time.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Browns.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Flush to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3.
Austin Seibert on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Is good.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-0.
Bengals nothing.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. They were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Joe Mixon. He finds some open field here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the 21-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mixon. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
He was taken down behind.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And to give this time to the tailback. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I get some more. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20-yard line. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight. I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
Give them 14 on that one and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
On On second down, here's Mixon. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
To Zach Ertz.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Cincinnati.
This offense into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. That pick, his 9th on the season.
Remember when we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field? That wasn't so great.
That wasn't good. You're picking dandelions.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks,
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And it's caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
The 1-yard line.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
The score, Browns 31, Bengals 3.
They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of 19.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
First down, Mayfield. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, Mayfield. Slant pass to Boyd. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. And what could he possibly be thinking? He just took the fair catch. The Cleveland offense ready to go. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
At the 13-yard line.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Flushed out right. This one caught by Isabella.
It's saying if they pay me, I'll do this for free.
And he will finally be taken out of bounds. A big play there just before halftime. 87 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
We now proceed to the start of the second half.
With the score, Browns 31, Bengals 10.
The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
3 yards.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Cincinnati.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. K'Lavon Chaisson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
3rd down.
That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Denzel Ward
The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And now here's a carry heading left. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Murray. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Murray. Quick sand caught. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
Brings up 2nd.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On 2nd down, Mixon, and he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense, and guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
10 yards there on a Bengal first.
It's a gain of 10.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Ball carrier.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Throwing, Mayfield, and that is incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
You better be afraid of me. Big Ace, be afraid of me. 59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, let's go.
Murray now on first down. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2. That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8. At the 10.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Another nice game, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 25-yard line.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
It's now 2nd and
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Going to give this time to the tailback.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're up against a 3rd and 1. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year as as his guys continue to pour it on. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
And I love that you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Mayfield on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Cincinnati.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now the second down throw on target. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. They were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll run forward to Tariq Cohen. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Pickup of 2.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it to the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 30 yards there.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
16 more on that one and another.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Sacked. A loss of 9 yards. It's second down.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One last shot from Mayfield here. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And that will right.